Plaintiffs Karen Soldner and her husband Greg say the defendant is Karen's granddaughter. Karen claims the defendant and her boyfriend mistreat their baby by failing to dress her appropriately before taking her outside during winter. And they're suing her today for rent, a utility bill, and the balance due on a loan. Defendants Remington MOLNAR and his girlfriend Courtney Dickinson say Courtney was in foster care her whole life, and Karen was the only family she had. Courtney claims Karen is mean and greedy, and Greg, who is her third husband, wants to leave her. They're countersuing because they blame the plaintiffs for Courtney going into labor early.
Start with you all.
Courtney is my granddaughter, and Remington is her boyfriend. And last summer, she came to us and wanted some assistance and to, borrow some money for a car. Well, at this time, we thought we would, but they've got no respect for people and very dishonorable, really worried whether she could be dependable or not. And they have a child, and with this child, we try to give them advice as far as taking care of our great-grandchild, and because they're first-time parents. But they're taking the child out into the cold weather, 32 degrees below zero.
32 below. Where you all from?
Columbus, Wisconsin.
Ooh, go ahead.
Yeah, we're right around Madison. We get a little chilly up there,
And more than chilly, yes, ma'am.
But yeah, improperly dress the child. They're taking the child and swinging it around and making
Your
it
Honor,
walk
that's
across
not
the
true.
floor like it's old enough to learn how to walk, and it's not even 2 weeks old.
You all want to give me some background?
Your Honor, I was in foster care my whole life, and my grandma was the only family that I had around. And as I got to know her, I realized that she was really greedy and money hungry and very mean.
When you were foster child, didn't you say?
No, I didn't stay with her in foster care.
Okay.
I was in the state's care.
But you left to live with her?
I turned 18, and I went through some things, and
You went to live with her, though?
Yes, I went to
All
live with
right,
her.
there
Yep.
you go, the greedy lady. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
She's told me that I don't deserve to be called her granddaughter. I had a family member that did a whole bunch of drugs, and she said that she's more responsible than I am.
That's true.
And
You're lying. You're lying about that. I didn't want you as a granddaughter.
Go ahead, let her finish.
she's on her third husband, and he's already sick of her. He said he wanted to up and leave. He told us he wanted to up and leave and move to Vegas.
How long they been together?
I have no idea.
Well, then how you know so much about it then? You talking about he want to leave her, he wanted
'Cause he
this, and you
told
don't even
us.
know how long they've been together. Be quiet. Go ahead, ma'am. Talking about this woman's husband and you don't know anything about it. Go ahead. Ma'am, what you're suing an unpaid rent, utility bill, and loan. How does she owe for that?
Okay. We do have a signed statement from them for the loan of the automobile.
First tell me what the numbers are.
You
$800.
agreed to sell her a car for $800.
All right, and she obviously...
Loan her money for a car. She paid a total of $60.
All right, $740 due, you say. And what about the rent? How does she owe for rent?
Okay, we did set up an agreement with them, a rental agreement.
$300 a month.
All right.
For each
Starting when?
person.
For a total of $1,600.
Starting when?
Starting
November, or starting December, I'm sorry.
Okay, $300 a month.
$600 a month.
$600 a month.
Right.
And tell me about the utility bill.
Well, while they were staying there, we got a notice from the utility company that they were in arrears, and we called them and it says, well, if they vacate the premises, we could be liable for it. So when they did vacate the premises, we did pay the bill because they didn't pay it. It was
$522.
$22.
$522. Now, you have that utility bill?
Yes, we do.
Defendants Remington MOLNAR and his girlfriend Courtney Dickinson are being sued by Courtney's grandmother and her husband, who claim Courtney and Remington mistreat their baby.
All right, let me hear from you guys on the loan, the rent, and the utility bill.
Your Honor, the loan and the papers aren't our signatures. I have a copy
The
of
papers he's going to give me?
Yes.
You're referring to for the
this is
car.
the
the car and the lease. They
All
aren't our
right.
signatures.
And give me the lease as well. So that's two documents, the car and the lease. Is
Yeah.
that what you're referring
Yes.
to? So those two documents won't be the same signature as what?
As my driver's license and my divorce papers.
And my driver's
And
license.
his driver's license.
All right, divorce papers.
Yep.
All right, let's see what you
It's
have.
a legal document.
You don't have to tell me what it is. I'm asking you what it proves. All right. Courtney. All right, and Remington. These are the ones you say you never signed. The one you said you did sign, your divorce decree, matches your driver's license. One document, Remington, and that document that you signed, Remington, does not match his driver's license. So, I have two documents from Courtney that do not match her driver's license, and I have one document from Remington that does not match his driver's license. I'm not going to say you're trying to defraud the court, but somebody else signed these documents. I'm going to give you all the benefit of...
Your Honor?
Sir, that's enough. You're not going to change my mind. I looked at the documents. I studied them very carefully. So you're saying you don't owe for rent?
No.
Why?
Because I paid the first month when we moved in December, and in January stuff started going wrong with the house. Like there was a leak in the ceiling in the kitchen, and it'd fall onto the counters and our microwaves, and also the washer broke.
So you withheld the rent for what month?
And I told them that I wasn't paying rent until they fixed it, and they said they wouldn't.
And they never fixed it?
Nope.
So
That's
you
why,
moved
Your
out.
Honor, she did
All right.
not say that.
All right, sir. Balance on the loan. Do you owe for the loan?
No, I don't.
Why?
I never said that I'd pay him back. I took it just as a gift.
You took it as a gift?
Yes.
All right, and when she asked for repayment, what did you say?
Me? I said, no, we never came to an agreement that I had to pay you back.
All right, how about the $60? Did you ever pay him $60?
Yes, I did give him
For what?
$60. That was for a car part to fix my car that I did borrow.
You borrowed $60?
Yes, for a car part to fix
And you
my
say
car.
she borrowed $800 for the car.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. She's never asked you about the $800?
No, she has. She said that she
And
wanted
what do
it
you
back.
say?
I said, you guys never came to an agreement on me about paying it
How many
back.
times has she asked?
Like
Come
once.
to an agreement regarding paying it.
Yeah.
That means there was an intent to pay, you just didn't come to the agreement.
No, there wasn't any intent.
Well, you discussed the agreement. If your response is, we never came to an agreement, that means you had discussed it, but you didn't conclude it.
Because he bought me the car, and he never said anything about paying me back, and then all of a sudden, a couple months later, he wanted the money.
And how many times have they asked?
Like twice, that's it.
And the second time you said what?
Nothing. I didn't
Just
say
silent?
anything. Yeah, I didn't say
All
anything.
right, I don't believe you were just silent. I don't believe you just looked at him.
Take me to court.
I don't believe that. Tell me about the utility bill.
They paid it. The utility bill was due on the 28th. And they paid it on the 25th. If you look, I have some evidence.
Did you ever have a past due?
Yes, we set up a
All right,
payment
if you had a
plan.
past due, then they had the ability to collect their money to keep you from hurting their credit.
Not
They had
if
an
we have a
ability to
payment.
pay it. I'm telling you what the judge is saying based on the law. You breached your agreement with them to pay on time. So they had every right to pay that.
Defendants Remington Molnar and his girlfriend Courtney Dickinson are being sued by Courtney's grandmother and her husband, who claim Courtney and Remington mistreat their baby.
Your counterclaim for $3,000 is for what?
Emotional distress through this
How
whole
do they owe you for emotional distress?
Through this whole thing, I was 7 months pregnant, and I had a bad pregnancy because I wasn't supposed to have kids. And the whole time
Why weren't you supposed to have
the
children?
doctor said that my ovaries weren't working like
So how
they
do you
were
blame
supposed
them?
to. Because I went into early labor. I had my kid a week and a half early, and there was a lot of complications. I have a doctor's note
They said what?
that said that because of the stress from the eviction could have caused me to
Oh,
go
let
into
me
early
read
labor.
that part. In fact, you read it.
Okay.
Says distress from the eviction
I'm-
caused
Your
it.
Honor, there was...
Hold on, sir.
Wait on, just wait, Greg.
I am very sad to see that she is dealing with an eviction lawsuit soon after having a baby. She did have numerous triage visits towards the end of her pregnancy, and I saw her in the clinic for episodes of false labor. I do believe that the significant amount of stress at the time, and this could conceivably have led to her false labor.
Conceivably.
Yes.
Let me see it. Conceivably means maybe. So you can't now blame that on them. Your claim is dismissed. 522 for the utility bill, because they had every right to pay it early because you breached it by not paying on time. And then 740 for the loan. I believe you owe them for this loan. I don't believe you when you say the second time they asked for it, you just have a good day.
I don't expect to see our daughter ever again.
Yeah.
Well, we were just trying to help. I mean,
No.
I can go to social services and try to, get grandparent rights if need be. Everything's
We
a
are
threat to
taking
you.
care
We
of
are
our daughter.
very good parents.
You're
and she has
taking away
everything she
from our
needs.
daughter.
Yeah, well, you can explain it to your daughter later on.
I will. I'll explain exactly what you did to us.
Did you co-sign on a car for someone and now he or she won't pay the car note? If you don't know what to do in this situation, ask me about it on my website, askjudgemathis.com.